Hi everyone, Josh here. This might be a surprise, but I actually looked at the campaign today and surprisingly, I could actually play where I last left off. Obviously not the checkpoint where the glitch actually happened, but let me start all over the mission at least. So I didn't really have to start over the campaign. I could go where I last left off. Okay, so I got some detail for you. So I had to take out all four beam towers. Uh, the one actually took a long time. I had to fight some banished. The second one, hmm, well, the second one I had to go to. This might surprise you, but I actually at one point I actually fell down in a hole, and I was in a warthog, and well, I thought I was gonna die, but instead I actually found this cave, which was really cool. I actually found an undercover ground cave, and it actually went all the way to the ground, all the way back to up there. And I also found these rings that have information like intel. I haven't watched the video, but maybe next time when I play through I'll check it out. But there's these hidden rings with this hidden detail, and it's, I guess, it has audio and stuff like information like detail, intel. And I also went against like a skirmisher boss. I actually got this shock weapon that was like a very powerful shock weapon that was like a variant of the skirmish anti-skirmishers of the shock weapon. And surprisingly, it reminds me of the Halo 5 Guardians weapons where there's actually special variants and stuff. That was probably like the only variant I had through the campaign because I haven't explored everything. I mean, I've been mostly doing main missions, but I did some side missions too. I saved some Marines, I took out some enemies. Obviously, I didn't do as much as I did on my first playthrough, but I definitely wanted to get through the campaign so I could see the main story. Uh, Oddly enough, when I got to the third beam tower, when I was going to there, I actually went into a banshee at one point and actually took out some banished and all that stuff, and it really actually helped. And since I actually took out all the enemies, it really helped my playthrough. I didn't have no issue this time around. And also, I was trying. There was this blockade, this door I was supposed to open. And I was trying to get my warthog through it and see if I could get it to the side, just like I always do with every other Halo game, but couldn't do it. So I just kind of left it behind, anyways. Oh man, there was a whole lot of banished and a whole bunch of anti-skirmishers I had to fight. When I got to the fourth beam tower, the hardest part were the wraiths. I I tried to throw a grenade in the slot to blow up just like the Covenant vehicles, just like the Covenant Wraith, but even just one grenade wasn't enough against this Wraith. This Wraith was so strong. Its blast was reduced, but don't let that fool you. These Wraiths are a beast when it comes to taking you out, and it has like a turret with a shield, kind of like this, to protect the turret and the driver in it. So something like this with the turret and the Wraith, kind of like something like this. Anyways, it was actually a really tough challenge. There was actually times where I got really tired and stuff, and boy, these Wraiths are nothing to take light of. I mean, all I had was a blade and a shock rifle. I tried the Banshee, but I couldn't do that. Tried to hijack it, did the plasma grenade. And after multiple fails, I managed to do a strategy. I tried multiple strategies, getting different weapons, trying different vehicles. But then I finally took out the Wraiths, took out the Hunters, and got the last beam tower. Then I went ahead to the Spire, which I found out that I took out a whole bunch of Banished, then went straight up. And, okay, let's see. this is the juicy part. I actually got to see the Sentinels. I mean, this might surprise you, but the Sentinels are working with the Banished. I actually got to see them work with the Banished. I got to experience that beforehand, but they are definitely working with the Banished. And also, I went to this room with a whole bunch of Sentinels. I had to take out a whole bunch of Covenant. Probably took like a 30 minutes or an hour just to get through this, and I made it through multiple mission after mission after mission. And I also got a very touching story element. They actually got to a point where there was 3 switches I had to deactivate, and also the weapon, aka the weapon that's in the game, actually found out that Master Chief destroyed the first Halo ring. She kind of questioned, like, anyways, let me think. What was I gonna say? Okay, the weapon. The weapon. The weapon kind of question of how you do all this, Chief, and she found out that Master Chief destroyed the first Halo ring, and she was like, "Man, how do you do this?" And all that stuff, and I got to see a vision of Cortana. There was multiple talks of Cortana and talking to Chief, and it was really good. There was some things like the gondola ride was kind of like Halo 2. There was also the references that Cortana said during Halo 3. There was also Combat Evolved. I actually got to see some visions and talks from Cortana from those moments. I mean, these are really cool moments. And also, here comes the juicy part. Well, kind of depressing part, but okay. So you know how Halo 4, with any other Halo game, Master Chief is a killing machine. He is savior of humanity. Well, in Halo 4, of course, Master Chief failed to save Cortana, but the one thing that the weapon said is that you blame yourself, don't you? And he said, yeah, which was really deep to see this aspect of the weapon in Master Chief. And also, it actually got to a conflict where Master Chief was activating something, and he actually tried to delete the weapon AI, and it was this whole conflict. I mean, I get that you kill things, Master Chief, but that was just cold. I mean, they definitely have some trust issues now, because Master Chief, you probably shouldn't have done that. I get that you're a killing machine, but you never want to have a disagreement like that with your new AI. I mean, that is just cold, man. And I fought more and more waves. I also found out that they're actually gonna fire the Halo ring. They're repairing it as we speak. I actually saw the parts of the rebuilding of the Halo ring. Fought more Banished, fought more Sentinels, the anti-skirmishers, and then we got to this point. I made it. You see this? I made it to the Harbinger. Now, obviously I'm not gonna fight her tonight. It is late, but I made it really far. I probably passed like 5, 6, 7 missions just in this day alone. I mean, I had a lot of time this time around, and I'm actually about to fight the not the anti-skirmisher, the Harbinger. Yeah, I'm about to fight the Harbinger. Not today, but I'm definitely gonna be postponing this for today and fighting the Harbinger like tomorrow or something. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'm definitely gonna be fighting the Harbinger. I have made it this far. I'm really excited about the ending. I can't wait to experience this ending. It's gonna get so juicy. I know Cortana's here. I've seen her talk in her visions. She is definitely here. And after I get to this past this Harbinger, it's gonna be a emotional roller coaster. Here, I'll show you up close what it looks like. Basically, it looks like this. Whoa. Man, I can't wait to fight the Harbinger. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. There'll be a few more videos, and we're to the very end. And be ready for the video. Subscribe and see my review. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.